Hi, greetings and welcome fellow YouTubers out there. Today we are looking at American Dream, Hex Tunnel, the top 10 PSVR games, proper PSVR games of 2017. We're doing some extra work on the Stickmen in Space series. There was a non-VR game that came out that's been quite interesting that grabbed our attentions called Surviving Mars. And also the reasons why you should not buy Ark Park. All that coming up on this week's weekly update. So without further ado, let's roll those credits. Hi. To start off, I want to apologise and say sorry for not doing my weekly update last week. I was actually trying to do the top 10 PSVR games of 2017, but unfortunately the render time took a little bit longer than I expected when I was trying to post-production it. Yeah, 68 hours longer than I expected. Normally it only takes like 1 or 2 hours, but it really took a couple of days to actually push that one through. I think the reason being was because I was stacking, at one point in the video I stacked 5 videos on top of each other, and I cut and pasted them approximately about 20 times or such, just to mix and match them up to get them to work with what I needed to work. But with that, I do apologise. So this week we're going to do a bi-weekly update. No, that doesn't mean that I'm bisexual or anything. It just means bi, as in two, as in... First off, I'd like to talk about the American Dream, as you can see up there. It's a very controversial game, a sort of a cardboard cutout shooting simulator. As I said, it is very controversial, but I'm sure common sense will work itself out. However, I did feel the need to put in a little disclaimer, like, please don't shoot babies with guns to remove their diapers. I got a real sense of, damn! Did they just do that? I mean, seriously, did they just do that? Moments. I mean, for example, when I was playing the role of the toddler and I was looking down the barrel gun at the ever cheerful, happy-go-lucky mum spoon feeding me with her pistol. So I think, no, that just did not really work for me. I got like a real sense of dread as I was like. And so you got like this gun like aiming right down at you, and you're supposed to like nom on it to eat your baby food. And I just thought, no, ladies and gentlemen, or parents and mothers with any common sense and decency, do not feed your baby with a pistol. It brings a whole new meaning to baby go boom boom. However, even though this game is done in like the sort of happy style of brainwash 60s America, there is a lot of sinister undertones to this game. A sort of an underlying conspiracy that needs a lot more investigation than what I could have done in a single playthrough, and will need a lot more explanation than what I can do in this video. Small spoiler warning ahead, unless you want to go and watch the video that I did. Oh yeah, unfortunately, I'm having to put up here the trailer for American Dream because I couldn't actually download my actual video from YouTube. YouTube did put a block on that, so even though I removed any copyright information from it, it still won't let me download my playthrough of American Dream. So that's why I've got the trailer up here at the moment. Okay, spoilers ahead. Yes, there were many sinister undertones to this game. The fact is that you started killing people in the barber shop when you were meant to be cutting their hair. The assassination of the president. The freakiness of that last boss battle. And the thing you can't fail to notice is that you spend the entire game going through life in a wheelchair being pushed by an unforeseen force. And it's that real little sinister tones. I mean, for example, the boss, sorry, not the boss battle, the barber shop. Like I say, you're supposed to be shooting off their hair to give them like a haircut, but it's the first time in the game, well, maybe seconds, I can't remember in which order things happen, that you actually started killing people. I mean, when you got to the other time was killing or the assassination of the president, you don't actually get to see him. You just think it's some robber. You shoot him and he falls to pieces on the floor. And that's when the game sort of really starts getting serious. And the vibe changes to a sort of creepy overtone. It kind of made me think of like Spec Ops: The Lines, where you start off the game with this like happy-go-lucky 60 brainwash version, and as I said earlier, and then things just start little by little getting freaky. And then, like I said, that last boss battle had its own new level of weirdness associated to it. I'm sure if I spend a little bit of time going through the game over and over and analysing every single point in that, I'm sure I'll find some like conspiracies, or this means this, that and the other, or trying to brainwash, or Mortal Kombat sort of thing. Not Mortal Kombat, was it Kombat? But yeah, is the game worth it? Well, that is the question on here. It is a shooting gallery cardboard cutout style game, and if that's the sort of thing you like, then play Rec Room, because I've got plenty of them in there. But honestly, it really wasn't for me. Aside from the humour, I think it's better off waiting for the sale. I mean, if you do like this sort of game, if you do like the cardboard cutout style and also shooting things and playing around with the aim controller, yeah, I mean, it had a little bit of, it was a little bit of play. I mean, my gun kept on glitching out all the time, but I'm starting to think that it's not actually the game's programming, but my rig that's malfunctioning a little bit. I really need to see if I can get that sorted out. But yeah, if you did like that sort of thing, go for it. But as I said, better off waiting for the sale, because this wasn't really that much of a game. But as I said, a story-driven shooting gallery. Next up, we have a look at Hex Tunnel. Now, this little gem from the bargain bucket, I really thought was quite an interesting game. Although it's simplistic in its design of basically just fly down a tunnel and avoid all the obstacles, it sort of has that Flappy Bird level of addiction that goes to it. That sort of addiction of where you want to just, let's try it again, see if I can get a little bit further next time. I'll get one more go. One more go. Just force one more, just see if I can get further. Which was exactly how it worked out on Flappy Bird. And this game seems to really play on that, as well as it does have some beautiful music that goes to this. The music, although it's nice and relaxing, does seem a little bit out of beat or tempo with flying through crazy levels to try and get through to the end. But it's sort of like a little bit of mix and match. You've got the relaxing smooth music that calms your mind, whilst allowing you to focus on the hecticness and the hazards that is the puzzle or the tunnel in front of you. And I kind of like that sort of mix, because it worked. Even though the tunnels were hectic, I did actually manage to complete a couple of them. There are several levels that you can go through, such as earth, wind, fire and water, each with their own unique stylized settings. I mean, the hardest one of these I found was wind, because I couldn't really see the items or the obstacles floating in front of me. But then again, I kind of guess that's what defines it as wind. You can't really see winds. There were several other elements, areas that you can go through, such as arcade, chaos and ultra. Each one of them had their own style of settings and types of gameplay to play through. I mean, this game itself is simple. It does look like someone's first attempt at trying to create a proper VR game, but if you don't mind sparing a few coins and don't mind the basic look of this really is quite a decent game to play. I really did quite enjoy playing this game, and I certainly recommend anyone out there, if you're looking for a cheap something to play away at the arcade, give this game a little try out. Okay, we have also done over the past couple of weeks, worked on and released our top 10 proper PSVR games of 2017. I do apologise that I didn't manage to make it as high as quality as what I did for the previous years. Well, not previous years, it was still 2017, but the first part of 2017. But we're quarter of the way through 2018 now, and I still haven't managed to get it out. So I cobbled a few things together, did a few animations, and managed to put that out to say, right, here we go. Got it. I worked with some of the animations I did previously, so here's a nice little video of what we've got so far. Yeah, so I did two videos for the proper 2017 PSVR games. One of them was me explaining it all with the computer graphics, and then the adverts for each individual game. And then there was a second video which was basically no talk, no chatter, no graphics, no animations, just the trailers. So depending on what you like, if you wanted to just watch the trailers for the 2017 proper games, be my guest and watch those ones. But if you wanted to see my commentaries and my information, my lead up to them, you've got the other video that goes through them. Okay, some of you guys may have noticed that over the last week I haven't really played much in the way of games or PSVR games or doing any of my standard Let's Plays. But there is a reason for that. Well, there are two reasons. Firstly, I say my budget is getting a little bit stretched thin at the moment. I don't really have much left for the month to pay out for PSVR games, and some of the other games that I wanted to play were a little bit on the expensive side, but I'll get back to that point in a moment. But the other reason was that I have been working on another one of my animations. It's only a short animation, but I've been working on doing a Rick and Morty style animation. As you might see, I did a little clip of me just recreating like the Earth, and I wanted to recreate the space state. Well, not recreate, but sort of redesign the interior of the control point and yeah, it is sort of recreate, but it's not recreating from scratch. I just wanted to spruce it up a little bit, just so that I've got the whole enchilada in there. So that when you can see through the windows, you can actually see other parts of the space station. Now, some of you guys may have seen a little space station, as you can see in the YouTube video. It looked like a mound of blocks, this, that and the other. The idea is that this space station is currently under construction. Now, as I design and create each block, they will form properly on that intro. They will start getting more substance rather than a lot of different coloured blocks. They will start, over time, it should start looking like a proper space station. Each one of those blocks has their own unique function. One of these blocks, I mean, could be something like the observation lounge, and the other could be the control reactor or the flight deck or whatever we have at that moment. But as time goes on, and as I design each of these rooms, they will open up and we will go into, and the space station will open up into a new level of dimension of stuff. And hopefully that stuff will be worthwhile as the Stick Men in Space series goes on. Now, with this Rick and Morty level I'm doing at the moment, it's nothing much, it's nothing big, it's just a small little say hi for Rick and Morty, so don't go thinking there's going to be a whole big episode. It's just a little something. But whilst I'm doing this, I thought I'll just take this moment to redesign the interior and try and get the control room a little bit better. Although you might not notice much of the difference, it is there. Okay. Surviving Mars. Yes, although this is not a VR title, it is a title that came out quite recently, and it's one of the games that I really did actually enjoy. I mean, this has been probably one of the first proper AAA games that I have bought and enjoyed for a really long time. Now, in case some of you guys don't know, Surviving Mars is a sort of planet-based style gameplay where you try and build up your own colony. And you start off with a rocket, you put things onto your rocket, and then with those basic stuff you've got to try and expand everything from local resources, research, and anything else that you can try and gather from the Martian soils or deep underground to try and make your colony survive. Now, as I was looking at this, I was thinking, I really am quite enjoying this game. But what would make it better? If it was VR. So that would be one of those little wish lists that I might make in the future. Top 10 proper games, sorry, top 10 standard games that really do need a VR overhaul, so that you can like just little run around inside the colony and look out into space over the Martian lunarscape through your domes and also your farms. I think that would be really cool if they did something like that. And as I said, other games that I think will go along the same lines will be things like Farm Simulator. Although they're very simple and basic, those games are beautiful in the elements that they play. And okay, maybe if we did get No Man's Sky to do the same thing. So therefore, there's a few ideas to come through. What will be your top 10 proper games with a VR attachment added onto them? What games out there needs VR desperately? And finally, Ark Park. Yeah. Now, Ark Park was going to be one of the games that I got. Was going to be one of the games that I would get. But it has just had so many negative reportings, so many negative ratings. And then when I looked at the price, I went on the store, saw Ark Park, was like, oh yeah, great, excellent. How much? How much? 44 quid. 44 pounds for this game. That was just like too much for me. I mean, I could not buy it at that price. I simply just could not bring myself to pay 44 quid for a game like that. Okay, I know that I may have done that when I bought, I may have paid that price when I bought Valkyrie, and I hated the game. I know a lot of you guys out there love Valkyrie, but I just can't stand it myself. I find that multiplayer mashups are pretty much all the same, no matter if they're on foot or in space. It's just a different texture. you just go into a meat grinder, shoot everything up, and then get killed. Go back in, shoot everything up, get killed. So that's what I hated, Valkyrie. But I've kind of sidetracked. Ark Park. So I did a little look around and looked at other people's reviews, and they were saying that this game has got so many problems it's not even worthy of being a AAA game. Some people wouldn't have minded paying the 44 quid as long as they got a proper AAA game out. Yeah, I've got no problem in it. I mean, I just bought Surviving Mars, and that was an awesome game, and I think it was well worth the money that I spent on that. But the game Ark Park, people have said that the loading screens are too long and too frequently. You've got no full motion control in there, no full motion. You've got no smooth turning. Everything is like 30-degree turning. So you've got teleportation as means of movement, as well as the sections are limited. It's not a smooth game. One runs into the other, but it's either a section. Do you want to be doing a crafting simulator? Do you want to be doing a waveform shooter? Or do you want to be just going out and doing this? And it's like a selection of different experiences all rolled into one. Yes, the graphics are amazing. So if this was to win on anything, on points, it would win with the graphics. They got some absolutely beautiful and gorgeous graphics. But beautiful, gorgeous graphics do not make a game. And this game doesn't even deserve to call itself a game, apparently. Now, in time, if the price goes down, and maybe I see it on store at less than half the price, and you've got to cut that price by at least half, 50%, I may get it and then do another review of myself personally on this. But for the moment, with its price at the moment, I am going to leave that one alone. Sorry guys, and unfortunately I don't get enough money out of this to actually, well, I don't get any money out of this to actually make, to actually start throwing money out just like that. Sorry about that. But that is all that we have for this week. Let's throw that away. Again, I do apologise that I haven't really done much in the way of visibility over the last 2 weeks. I have been working on other projects, and I will still be working on those projects going forward. Like I said, I've got the Rick and Morty episode that I'm working on. I may try and get some other top 10 videos sorted out. They've got the run-up for the Sci-Fi London Film Festival that's coming out soon, that I'll be doing some volunteering for. So I'm going to be grabbing out the 360 cam to start taking some video footage. We're going to start looking towards some major companies, because there's about 60 or 70 games that are due to be coming out this year. So I'm going to be doing some research onto those games, onto the companies, and seeing if I can get a review key or something to see if I can get anything out of those. But for now, please stay in touch, keep watching this channel. I'm sure that we'll be getting some lot more coming up shortly. So thanks very much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys out there.